Hey, Coach. Glad to have you here.
Thanks for having me, Jack.
So you and I go a little bit back. When I was injured in December 30th, 2011, the San Jose Sharks, of which you were the head coach, were the first team to visit me in the hospital. So, we go back there, and then we fast forward a few years to when you were in Edmonton. We got to meet a little bit down here in the locker room. And we had a great experience, and your advice has been extremely important to me, and it's led me a long way.
Well, I'm glad that I could participate in your adventure, I guess we could probably call it that.
Yeah.
And I still remember the days that we came to meet you after your accident. It meant a lot to us. I think at that time you probably were overwhelmed with the amount of people that came in to see you, but you have no idea on the amount of impact you had on us as the non-patient. So we thank you for that. You've been tremendous in your pursuit of your new career. I know that school went really well for you, and we're happy to have you here in LA, part of our organization.
I appreciate it greatly. Now, I want to talk a little about your coaching career, but before we do that, how did you get into hockey?
Probably like any other kid in Canada. They just, you're almost born with skates on your feet. But truth be known, my mom, she worked with special needs children, and they would often get the ice time once or twice a week. And I have a brother and a sister, and the three of us tagged along. We got to put the skates on at a very young age and just live in the rink. And then, like any other young kid in Canada, I had a box full of hockey equipment, come home from school, put it on, and go try it out. And here I am 50 years later sitting in LA. I never thought it would happen, but it did.
So your last year of professional hockey, you were in the Netherlands, and you actually became a coach that would also be playing. How did that evolve, and what got you into coaching?
That was a really interesting year. It was one of my most enjoyable years as a player. We had a really good team. I enjoyed my time there. We were obscure. The hockey world didn't even know we existed. Yet the people there were tremendous, and had a very talented team. Weren't playing well at around Christmas. Coaching change was made, and lo and behold, the new coach was from North America. His name was Doug McKay, and he came to the Netherlands and moved in with my wife and I for a little while.
Wow.
That's where they put him, and it was not comfortable to begin with, but it ended up leading me to a coaching career. We sat and planned practice. We did pre-scouts. We talked tactics. Did a lot of things together, and he really he led me into coaching, and I'm thankful for that.
Now, we've got a rivalry game tonight against Calgary, and there's a rivalry inside the rivalry between Drew Doughty and Matthew Tkachuk. As a coach, how do you handle something like that?
Well, I get the team prepared. In my opinion, my mind, the way I look at it, it's black versus white tonight, Kings versus Flames, and within that game, there's the two of them are going to compete hard against each other, but we don't plan our game plan around two players, and in fact, they're going to be good players regardless of the rivalry. It's what everybody else is doing. So I think that Drew is mature enough to focus and give us what he can night in and night out, and I'm counting on him to do that, and we'll try and get the team prepared.
Coach, I appreciate the time, and we'll be talking soon.
Perfect.